Hello, and thank you for coming today to hear my speech. Today I'll be speaking about the possible need to colonize Mars, the factors behind that decision, and some of the issues of getting there and setting up the colony, and the benefits of doing so. Earth, our home. It's becoming more and more untenable with wars over limited resources and a growing population problem. According to studies at Norwich University, Earth's population will reach 10 billion as early as 2025. By that same date, it is estimated, according to the United Nations, that the amount of non-renewable resources will be about 50% of the levels we have now, if not worse. And by 2050, will be almost all used up. Eventually, even our renewable resources will be tasked beyond capacity. Other problems facing us are climate change and pollution caused by growing human populations and industries that support that population. Even with strict controls on pollution and population and careful management of our resources, all we can do is delay the unavoidable. There is one potential common solution to these problems: colonization of Mars. With our current level of technology, it is an achievable objective with the proper amount of funding. All that is lacking is to get the population to see the need for going to Mars and for our businesses to see the profits involved. Some of the world's governments and corporations are already working on this endeavor. NASA has extensive plans that lead up to a manned mission to Mars, and the Mars One program plans to launch a colonial mission by 2025. SpaceX is also in the race for Mars, but doesn't plan a mission until 2040. This is Mars One's plan, and that's SpaceX's plan. According to their websites, NASA's plan includes a possible moon base for fuel and resources, and is heavy on exploration first, while both Mars One and SpaceX are profit-based and are more for going straight to Mars. And there's the NASA plan for the moon base. If going to Mars via a moon base, there'd be less cost in fuel and materials, as both are available on the moon. Also, NASA's moon-based strategy, while slower, also allows us to relieve some of the industrial pressure by relocating it to the moon. While colonizing Mars will help alleviate several problems we have here on Earth, there are also some major issues involved. Before even leaving Earth, there needs to be massive amounts of funding. Once on Mars, there's a constant danger from solar radiation, since the Martian magnetosphere is much weaker than Earth's. And we would also be relying on hydroponics for food, at least at first. And limiting your amount of food sources is always dangerous. Not to mention that the lighter gravity can have long-term detrimental effects. You also have to consider a constant and renewable source of water and oxygen. There are theoretical solutions to these problems, as discussed by NASA and scientists worldwide. For food, oxygen, and water recycling, there's discussions about biodomes and that contain complete ecologies, and terraforming Mars itself. As for radiation issues, the only solution so far is heavy shielding on the habitats themselves. In human history, no achievement so far would be as great as the successful colonization of Mars. Those who did this will be the heroes of future generations, not only for their courage, but for being the possible saviors of our species. So away we must go to Mars with Mother Earth in our hearts. Sorry. Thank you. Any questions?